Any questions from our yesterday's session?
No, sir.
Okay. And did you check the what we called recording also I have shared to your mobile number?
Yes, sir.
Able
Yes, sir.
to see that? That link is working for you or not?
Working, sir.
No problem, right?
Working. Yes, sir.
Okay. Hereafter, you are going to get in the same way. Material also I'll share in the WhatsApp only because as of now you are only one person we have. So probably coming Monday onwards, people might increase. Clear. Then I'll create a group.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So let me share the screen. So any other questions? What do you mean by the SAP and all those stuff?
No, sir.
Okay. So we know that SAP is an ERP, leading ERP, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you mean by an ERP? What do you,
Enterprise
huh?
resource planning.
Sorry, can you please come again?
Enterprise
Mm-hmm.
resource
Mm-hmm.
planning.
That's it. ERP means enterprise resources planning. So here, okay. See here. ERP, as you said, same enterprise, resources, and planning. What do you mean by an enterprise? Enterprise could be a business, it could be an organization, or it could be an entity, or it could be any company. Understood? So what do you mean by enterprise? Enterprise could be a company, enterprise could be a business, enterprise could be an organization, enterprise could be an entity. Clear? So anything you are exchanging money or money's worth for goods and services, then that comes under enterprise. That comes under enterprise. And next one, resources. So any business, any company, any organization, any entity, what are the resources? Resources are nothing but 4 M's. One is men. Without men, we can't do any sort of production. We can't do any activity, right? Next one, money, capital. So without money, we can't do any activity. So that is a main important resources, men and money, correct? And same time, machine. Machine is nothing but to produce something. We need to use a machine, manpower, and as well as a technical power. That is nothing but a machine. And marketing. Marketing is also very important aspect. So whatever things you produce, we produce, that has to be known to the people. How it will be done? That will be done through a marketing. Clear? Those are nothing but your resources. Those are nothing but your resources. What are your resources? Any organization resources, men, money, machine, and marketing. Is that clear?
Clear, sir.
Next one, planning. Planning means how to utilize. Okay. How the business need to utilize, how the companies needs to utilize, how the organization need to utilize, how the enterprise need to utilize the available resources. How to utilize the available resources, right? With the fuller extent, I mean, without wasting, how they need to utilize, they have to utilize without wasting. Okay. By maximizing the profit and minimizing the cost, means cost should be less and profit should be more. So that is called a planning. What we will plan? Planning is nothing but how to utilize the available resources, men, money, marketing, machine, right? How to utilize them without wasting, right? Minimizing the cost and maximizing the profit. Then that is considered as an ERP. ERP means enterprise, resources, and planning. Clear? Any questions on this? The definition?
No, sir.
In market, as I said yesterday's session, there are any number of ERPs are there. Lakhs of thousands, at least lakhs of ERPs are there in the market. Lakhs of ERPs. So in that, the most leading ERPs. So SAP has captured 68% of market share. 68%. And in that, 22% market share is captured by Oracle. And other softwares, other ERPs are rest out of 62 and 28. 90% is captured by these two, SAP and Oracle, right? And most of the clients, most of the customers are coming again from Oracle to SAP also. Okay, and other 10% will be shared by other ERPs in entire global market. Clear? It's a global software. So as you know that Oracle supports only finance module, right? BAN supports only production and planning module, a purchasing module, right? At JD Edwards will support only sales related items, PeopleSoft, HR items. So if I want to generate any HR reports in Oracle, if I want to generate any HR report in Oracle, then I can't do that. If I want to generate any production reports in Oracle, I can't generate it because Oracle supports only finance, not any other modules, right? If my company is using BAN, right, and I want some financial reports, but my company is using BAN, so which is not supports for finance. Clear? So we can't generate we can't get any reports apart from production and purchase reports. We can't get any finance reports. We can't get any HR reports. We can't get any sales reports. Clear? We only restricted it. We will get only production related. Here we can get only finance related. Here we can get only sales related. Here we can get only HR related. But company will not, by looking at only one report, we can't survive. We can't come to an idea. We can't make a decision. Okay. Then the SAP will support all the departments and all the modules. How many modules are there in SAP?
36.
36 different modules, right? So that's the reason SAP supports all the departments. So if you want a finance report, you can get it in SAP. If you want a production and purchase reports, you can get in SAP. You want a sales report, you can get in SAP. HR reports, if you want to generate, then you can get in SAP. So all the reports we can get. Total 2000 plus SAP standard reports we can get in SAP. Standard reports, 2000 different reports we can get in SAP. Customized reports, there is no limit. Standard alone, SAP will gives us total 2000 reports, more than 2000 reports. Clear? So next
Yes,
one.
sir.
So I'm taking, for example, how SAP helps. SAP helps in organization, any organization or any business or any company. So for example, in an organization, normally I'm taking different departments. There will be several departments like sales department, inventory department, nothing but your inventory, nothing but stock department. Next one, production and planning department. Shop floor. Shop floor is nothing but your factory where manufacturing takes place. Clear? And next one, finance department and HR department. I'm taking only 6 departments here. Out of 36, I'm taking only 6 departments. So what are the different departments we have? Sales, inventory, production and planning, shop floor, finance, and HR department. Clear? So here, the softwares are divided into 2 different types. Entire softwares are divided into 2 different softwares, 2 different types. One is decentralized system software, another one centralized system software. Decentralized and centralized system software. Decentralized system software, then what do you mean by that? Decentralized. Decentralized system software means where data maintained locally. I'll give the example. Each department maintains their own data. The other departments will not have access to other department information. Means here sales department will have only sales department information. Sales department will not have any information on finance department data. Finance department will not have any information on HR department. Clear? So they will have a local information. Okay. There is no free flow of data from one department to another department in decentralized system software. Clear? So I'll tell you, for example, see here, as I said, In an organization, you are working. Okay. You are working. Okay. You are working in an organization called ABC organization. In that, you're other people, you are working for finance, for example, or logistics. That is nothing but MM. Okay. And here, one more person is working, ABC. Okay. He is working for finance. He is working for finance. Okay. One more person is there. One more person is there. 1, 2, 3. He is working for sales and distribution, SD. Okay. And next one, there is one more person. Okay. XYZ. He is working for HR. I'm taking only these 4 departments. Okay. So here, you all are, see, what you need some financial reports. You need some financial reports. And finance person read some MM reports. Because all need to, at the end, we need all the reports for the owner. Owner needs all the department reports. Correct? Then only we will come to know whether our organization is running in profit or loss. So here the problem is, this person knows only Malayalam. No English, nothing. Okay. So this person knows only Hindi. Okay. And this person knows only Tamil. Only Tamil. Okay. So, and this person knows English and Telugu. So what would be the problem? You are sitting, everyone is sitting one after the other. So what would be the problem?
Communication problem.
Exactly. Because this person doesn't know apart from Malayalam anything. This person can speak English and Telugu, but these other people can't understand. Right? And other person can speak only Tamil. And this person can speak only Hindi. So communication, there is no proper communication, right? So what happens if communication is not there? Then what happens? Whatever he speaks, there is no common language, right? So whenever an organization is utilizing, for example, whenever there is an organization, as I said, organization is using for finance, they are using Oracle. Okay. For production and planning, they are using BAN. For sales and distribution, they are using JD Edwards. Different software. Next one, for HR, they are using PeopleSoft. Correct? So what happens here? Here they are using Oracle. Oracle is developed in a different programming language. Correct? And BAN is developed in different programming language. JD Edwards is developed in different programming language. And PeopleSoft is developed in different programming language. So here, whatever reports we have generated in Oracle. So can it possible to get in BAN? Is it possible to get in BAN?
No, sir.
Why? Because the programming language is something different. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Same thing. Whatever reports we have generated in production and planning. So is it possible to share among other departments?
No, sir.
Because there is an integration. Nothing but integration is nothing but communication. There will be a communication problem between one department to another department. So whatever at the end report, is this useful for the business? Whatever report we are getting separately, each department. So can we consolidate them? Yes, can we?
Difficult analysis.
Sorry, can we consolidate as a common report?
No, sir.
Because the programming language and work style, whatever commands and everything are different from each and every software, right? To
Yes.
overcome that difficulty. So decentralized in the sense, what happens? So Oracle, whatever information is there, that will be there between only finance department and production and planning department. This information, because we can't share to finance, so that will be there only in production and planning. JD Edwards, that will have only with the sales department, because they can't share to other departments, and other departments will not have access in the sense communication. Okay, so here the same thing I want to convey here. Okay, for example, integration is not possible is nothing but here integration, nothing but communication is not possible. Correct? So one department to another department, right? Example, a company is using BAN for production, okay, and purchases, Oracle for finance, okay, for finance, JD Edwards for sales, and PeopleSoft for HR. So different ERPs are using in the same organization for different departments. So what happens? If we are using different departments, different softwares, okay, then that is considered as an finance department information. Who will have?
Oracle.
Correct. And purchase?
JD Edwards. Nothing but
BAN. Okay, no, not a problem. BAN. So can Oracle can view the reports of purchase and production?
No, sir.
Right? In the same way, for example, here we can say sales department using one software. Okay, that is called information will be restricted locally. Means sales related sales, that is nothing but JD Edwards will have their information. Oracle will have finance information. BAN will have production and planning. HR will have HR related information. So finance person will not have access to check the reports of JD Edwards or BAN, nothing but production and sales and HR. Correct? So here the same thing, if that is called decentralized system software. So here for example, we are using our company is XYZ company. A customer is coming to sales department, nothing but your showroom. Sales department is nothing but your showroom. A customer wants a product on an urgent basis and approached sales department. For example, here you can see the literature. A customer approaches sales department for some product on urgent basis. He need an urgent basis. So here we are using decentralized system software, nothing but different softwares we are using. Sales is using different software. Production and planning is using different software. Inventory is using different software. So here sales department does not have a real-time information, on the availability of the product. Here customer is approaching sales department, nothing but your showroom. So sales department, in the showroom, the product is not available. So, and the product normally will available with the production and planning department or with the inventory department. But the product is available with the PP and inventory department is having or not. The sales department will not have a knowledge, because this information will be stored separately by production and planning, and inventory will store. It will not be exchanged with sales team. So what happens here? So sales department can give the correct information to customer?
No, sir.
Correct. What happens if you enter a new shop, you want an urgent basis, and you asked that person whether product is available or not. So he said he has not given accurate information. Then what you feel? What you will do? Hello?
I'll purchase from another one.
Perfect.
Another.
Purchase from? We are not monopolies, right? He is not the monopoly. We will go to another shop and we will buy from there. So what is the loss to the company here? What happens with the company?
Sales will reduce.
Revenue will decrease. And
Revenue
you go
will
next time to
decrease.
that particular shop again,
No, sir.
because you know that however you are not going to get correct information. Product is different, but information also you're not getting. Correct? So what happens here?
Yes, sir.
Same thing, whatever you said, the same thing. So sales department does not have a real-time information on the availability of the product. Next, what sales department will do? Sales department will go manually. Sales department will approach inventory department, whether to check the product is available or not. So what happens? He will go there and he will check there or through phone or something else. So what happens? It may take some time, correct, to approach that department. It may take some time. Because of that, the customer may reach other vendor, right? Customer doesn't want to wait because he's paying. So it kills his time. So it leads to, what happens? It leads to loss of revenue, correct? And customer dissatisfaction. So next time again, the customer will not visit. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Next one. In case the product is out of stock, okay, then the sales team will approach production and planning department to manufacture the product for the future purpose. So what happens? So product is not available. Whatever customer asked, okay, if it is available, then it is revenue loss. But here product is not available product is not available, out of stock. So the customers may come in future for the same products, correct? So for that, what sales department will do is, sales department will approach production and planning department for the production of that particular good for future purpose. Okay, the sales department, this is nothing but requisition. The sales department request to produce the product for future purpose. Okay, so here, in case the product is out of stock, then the sales team will approach production and planning department to manufacture the product for the future purpose. To manufacture what the production and planning team required? What it required? To manufacture some product.
Materials.
Raw material, labor, correct?
Yes,
Right?
sir.
They required raw material, labor, and other things. So here,
Resources.
exactly, the production and planning department will check for the availability of raw material, to produce the product, Okay, the raw material information separately maintained by production and planning department. Production and planning department will maintain raw material information, and same time inventory department also maintains separate raw material information. They will have some raw material information, production and planning department, and inventory department will also have some sort, they will also maintain raw material information, correct? So both are
Yes,
maintaining,
sir.
right? According to production and planning, there are 5 raw material is available, and according to inventory department, there are 3 raw materials are available, right? So what is happening? Same information both are maintaining. So in current environment, memory is the very important. Okay, so here data duplication. This leads to data duplication. So they are maintaining the data. The inventory department is also maintaining the data. So what is happening? They are doing a data duplication, which makes a lot of cost. Correct? So next one, according to inventory department, the raw material is available. According to inventory department, the raw material is available. But according to production and planning, okay, department database, the raw material is not available. Means according to production and planning department, the raw material is not available. Whereas inventory department, vice versa, raw material is available. These are maintaining different and these are maintaining different. okay, is not available. Production and planning department database, the raw material is not available. Then what, instead of checking with the inventory department, what production and planning department will do is they will trust their database. Production and planning department will trust their database rather than inventory department database. So what they will do, according to inventory department, raw material is available, but according to production and planning department database, the material is not available. Then what production and planning department will do, they will search for the vendor. They will search for the vendor where who can supply the raw material, who can supply the raw material, and enters into an agreement with vendor. So they will enter without checking with the inventory department. Okay, they will think that with the what purchase and production and planning department will think, they will think that okay, we don't have any raw material, then automatically inventory department will also not having any raw material. So with that, what they will do, they will search for vendor and they will give the they will try to purchase from the vendor, nothing but agreement. They will do agreement with the vendor. So what happens? Already raw material is available. Again, we are ordering the raw material. Then what happens? Due to this, inventory cost goes up. Inventory cost, already inventory is there, but still you are trying to get some more inventory. So what happens here? Cost is increasing. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Next, what happens? Whenever raw material or inventory is received, where the vendor will send, the supplier will send to the factory. Shop floor is nothing but factory. So when raw material or inventory received by the shop floor, factory, till raw material comes, till that the shop floor doesn't know information, doesn't have information that raw material is coming, that the raw material is coming. Okay, then once the raw material comes, then they will check the availability of labor, whether the labor is ready, available or not to produce the product or not. Okay, they realize that there is a shortage of labor. There is a shortage of labor because temporary labors they will remove whenever there is no work, right? Whenever, if they know prior, then they can hire the temporary labor. But now they don't have any information. Okay, then there is a shortage of labor to manufacture the product. Shop floor approaches. Now what shop floor will do? Shop floor is nothing but factory. Factory supervisor will approach to HR department, who will recruit the temporary labor, right? They need now on priority they need, then they will hire temporary labor, which will be higher price than the market rate, high rate than the market rate. So again, here also what goes up? Labor cost goes up. Correct or not?
Yes,
Because of decentralized system software, the labor availability is not aware by the factory nor HR. So they need on a quick. So whenever we have an emergency, automatically the price goes up. So with that, labor cost will goes up. Next one, production and planning department fails to update. Okay, here what happens? Here, production and planning department enters agreement with the vendor. Vendor sends the raw material to shop floor. So there is a labor shortage. Then shop floor will approach HR department for recruitment of temporary labor. Next, okay. So here we have, they have vendor sent 10 lakhs worth rupees raw material. Then he will give free of cost or we need to pay?
we need to pay.
We need to pay. So here, who has to pay? Finance department has to pay. Finance department has to pay. Then who has to update with that we have purchased, in the sense who has to update? Production and planning department needs to update to the finance department that we have purchased so and so raw material from so and so vendor and so date we need to repay them. But here production and planning department fails to update finance department regarding the payment to vendor. And finance department, so they don't have any information, finance department. And on the due date, the finance department fails to pay the vendor. So what happens? So today is the due date and finance department is not aware that we need to pay them. So what vendor will do? Will he
Stop applying.
keep quiet? He will do legal actions. He will take legal actions. He will make a pay penalties. Correct? And next time, will he give the credit?
No, sir.
Absolutely not, because we have suffered him. So in the same way, production and planning department fails to update the finance department on time regarding raw material which are purchased from the vendor on credit. The finance department will not able to pay on time to vendor. It may leads to legal actions and loss of reputation in the market. So that vendor will, word of mouth, that will be spread into entire market, that if we supply the goods or services to this particular company, then we are not going to get on time payment. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is about your decentralized system. Means if you are using multiple softwares, no common software, multiple softwares, then this problem will occur. So that is the reason majority organizations are moving to the centralized system software. So what is centralized system software? Same thing. Centralized system software is an ERP. Okay. If a company maintains a centralized system software, then the data will be maintained at central level and data will be shared with all the departments. So you need not to check. You need not to check. You need not to depend on one department. Directly, we can go and we can check because there is a central system. And everyone will have access to, every department will have access to check whatever it is. Is this clear? So here the same thing
Yes.
we have mentioned. Departments will have access to get the data of other departments, which means the real-time data, the real information, the real-time information can be accessed among all the departments. So everyone will have access to that. So for example, if I want to check generally, Mahatma Gandhi, I'm not sure and you are not sure, Mahatma Gandhi date of birth. So what you will do? What you will do? If you don't know something, so where you will search?
Google.
Google. So it is centralized access. One can check, right? You can check, I can
Yes.
check. Is there any country specific or any department specific?
No, sir.
So if I want some information, I can go and I can check it. That is called centralized. Anyone can check from everywhere or anywhere. Accepted or not? So that is called centralized system software. For example, one resume is there in your desktop. One resume or some data is there, your payslip is there on your desktop. So who can check? Can I check?
HR.
No, I'm
No.
asking, you have a laptop and you have your resume, right? And you saved on your desktop. You saved on your desktop.
I only can
You
answer.
only can check, but can I check it?
No, sir.
Is it centralized or decentralized?
It is decentralized.
And you made it a Google. You posted your resume into Google Drive or something else where everyone have access to that. Right? And if I say Priyanka's resume, whatever with your surname, okay, then automatically everyone can check that your resume, correct? Any Naukri
Yes,
portal,
sir.
if you ported into Naukri portal, right? You know what do you mean by Naukri portal? Any company
Yes, sir.
wants, if you kept it on your desktop, no company will check your resume. But if you kept in Naukri portal, access to all the companies, then any company can check your resume. Yes or no? According to their
Yes,
requirement, they will call you. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So that is called centralized system. So what is the advantage with a centralized system software? Okay. So the same example I have taken, the customer needs same one product on a priority basis, most urgent basis. So we are using centralized system software, that is nothing but ERP, or you can say that SAP. Okay. So the customer approaches for one particular product, sales department. So earlier what they need to do, they need to go and check with the production and planning department or inventory department. But here what they can do, even though if it is not there in the go down, in the what we call whatever shop they are having. Okay. So they don't have the product, but they can check immediately in the system whether the product is available or not. Correct? In the system only they can check whether whatever product we requested, whether is it available or not. We can check it. Okay. Centralized system software. Customer, the same example I have taken. Customer reaches to sales department for some product and he needs on urgent basis. He needs on urgent basis. On urgent basis. Okay. Whereas sales department will have a real-time information. Now they are using centralized system. Sales department will have a real-time information about the availability of the product. The data is updated by inventory department. The data is updated by inventory department in centralized system. Okay. Sales department will be able to reply to the customer on time. Means they will check whether the product is available or not. If it is available, they can release the product to customer. Correct? They need not to, they won't waste the time of customer now. So on time, which leads to, so sales department will be able to reply to customer on time. You are getting information on time, immediately you are getting, which leads to increase in the revenue. Product is available, then immediately they will release the product and you will get it. Okay. And which increases the revenue and as well as a customer satisfaction. Next time, definitely, okay, we are getting the product or we are getting some information accurately, then definitely the customer may visit again. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Next one. In case there is a shortage of product, in case the product needs to be manufactured, then the sales department updates in centralized system for production of goods. So they won't go to production and planning department. They will just update. This product needs to be updated. Okay. This product need to be updated. They will update in centralized system. So what they will do, production and planning department updates in centralized system about the requirement and checks for the availability of raw material. So both will checks the availability of raw material, which is updated by inventory department. So they will check as per production and planning department, they don't have a raw material, but inventory department will also update how much raw material is available. So common data will be maintained. So what happens? Thus, data duplication can be avoided. And accurate data will be available in the system. Correct or not? There is no data duplication. If data duplication is there, then we are going to, if there are two different data, then 100% we are going to end up with confusion. Okay. So shop floor updates the manpower status regularly in centralized system. So how many people are available, labor is available. Every day they will enter into their job sheet. There is a sheet where labor data will be updated. We call in the factory as job sheet. Okay. So centralized system, which can be accessed by HR department on a regular basis. Okay. In case of shortage of manpower, then HR team will start the process of recruitment on time to hire the suitable candidates at market price. So not at higher price. They can hire before only. Thus the labor cost will go down compared to decentralized system. Next. Vendor can submit their invoices directly. So instead of they need to wait. So what vendor will do? Invoice is nothing but bills. Means whatever product they have supplied, so bills will be there. So vendor can submit their invoices directly in centralized system, which can be accessed by the finance department. With that, the finance department can make the payments on time, to the vendor. With that, what happens? Vendor is getting on-time payments. Then what happens? Possible legal actions can be avoided. And we may get some discounts also from vendor if we are paying on time or before time. Clear? Any questions here? So here, what are
No,
the
sir.
key benefits with the ERP systems? Real-time information shared between all the departments. Okay. Revenue will generated on time. Data duplications can be avoided. Customer satisfaction. Labor cost will be reduced. On-time payment to vendor, right? So inventory cost can be reduced. Legal actions. So what is ERP stands for? Enterprises Resources Planning. Enterprise, you know what is enterprise? Resources, man, machine, and marketing. So planning. So how to utilize the available resources in a fuller extent. Fuller extent in there's nothing but minimizing the cost and maximizing the profit is nothing but your ERP.
Okay, sir.
Any questions on this? Any questions on ERP? So SAP is the leading ERP as we discussed yesterday also. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what we will do, we don't have session tomorrow. As I said, Monday to Friday only. So on Monday again, but go through once. I'll share this recording and as well as a material also. Just go through once.
Okay, sir.
Okay. If at all any questions, kindly text me so that I can clarify your questions immediately. Then and there itself. Okay.
sir.
So next tomorrow onwards, Monday onwards, we will have some technical part. That is what is R1, R2, and R3. So probably it may little confuse for you. So it, but still once you go through and listen to the recording, you will habituated for those technical terms also. Okay.
sir.
Okay, Priyanka.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you and see you in Monday session.
Okay, sir.